Get ready for the biggest headlines of the day. Chandler Parsons is making a bold statement about the Detroit Pistons' future, revealing exactly who he thinks is the perfect offensive fit to elevate the team. We dive deep into why Parsons believes Austin Reaves is the missing piece, analyzing his career-best performance, and how his ball-handling skills could unlock a new level of play for the Pistons. How these early measurements can sometimes mislead us about a player's true potential. Finally, we're heading to the mock trade drama involving the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics. We break down the blockbuster scenario, where the Rockets could acquire Kevin Durant in exchange for a package including Jaylen Brown, analyzing the potential impact of this massive move on both franchises. Don't miss this analysis. Stay tuned for more. The Detroit Pistons are facing a critical offseason decision as they seek another offensive catalyst to complement their young superstar Cade Cunningham. Following an elimination in the second round despite being the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, the team's reliance on Cunningham has become a major vulnerability, highlighting a need for a reliable contributor to ease the offensive burden. Basketball analyst Chandler Parsons has pinpointed Austin Reaves as the ideal addition, contrasting him favorably against options like Kevin Durant. Parsons stated, "I want a ball-handling, off-guard type of guy. I'd rather like an Austin Reaves type. Have him run the offense, let play Cade off the ball a little bit." Reaves is praised for his proven ability to handle ball-handling duties, having shared responsibilities with elite players like Luka Doncic and LeBron James. He has also emerged as a confident clutch scorer, shooting 36.8% from three-point range and nearly 50% from the field, capable of creating opportunities when Cunningham faces defensive pressure. Defensively, the Pistons' strong defensive foundation is seen as a perfect match for Reaves' potential shortcomings, while Reaves' offensive versatility could elevate the team into a top 6 or top 7 offensive unit by drawing favorable free throw opportunities. The need for scoring depth is underscored by the team's playoff struggles, including failing to reach 100 points in 3 first-round series and being restricted to under 95 points in Game 7 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. While Kevin Durant offers undeniable firepower, Parsons believes Reaves is the superior choice due to his age, adaptability, and flexibility. Parsons emphasized the desire for a younger player to grow alongside the current core, noting that while Durant is unstoppable, Reaves has the potential to evolve his game around the Pistons' young talent. Ultimately, the Pistons must secure another major scoring weapon in the upcoming offseason if they are serious about reaching their championship aspirations. In a retrospective look at the 2025-2026 season for the Houston Rockets, the role of veteran point guard Fred VanVleet has been a central, albeit complicated, narrative. Although VanVleet did not play for the team this season, his absence became a significant talking point, particularly given general manager Rafael Stone's silence at the NBA trade deadline, which was interpreted as a lack of movement to improve the roster. VanVleet was acknowledged as a crucial component in the Rockets' culture change, providing a veteran presence and stability alongside son Dillon Brooks. However, analysis suggests his importance may be overstated by management, particularly in light of the team's overall trajectory. Statistical performance for VanVleet during the season was mixed, averaging 14.1 points and 5.6 assists, but this was coupled with a challenging shooting profile, including a 37.8% field goal percentage and a 34.5% from deep on high volume. The report notes instances where VanVleet significantly contributed offensively, suggesting that adding another inconsistent shooter may not have been the ideal solution. The team faced issues regarding point guard depth, a responsibility attributed to Stone and Ime Udoka to secure necessary depth. The report criticizes management for allegedly admitting they intentionally did not address these depth concerns, attempting to frame the situation positively. Furthermore, the decision to pursue the Kevin Durant window is viewed critically. The move was seen as an attempt to signal a major push, which ultimately did not materialize, leading to a perception of toxicity within the organization. The analysis posits that if the team was not ready to pivot based on a VanVleet injury, pursuing a limited window Durant made little strategic sense. Looking ahead, while the author expresses a personal desire to see VanVleet return, they question whether he solves the Rockets' core deficiencies, which include a need for more shooters, backcourt playmakers, and improved locker room chemistry. Given VanVleet's age and recent major surgery, there is uncertainty regarding his long-term form. The report concludes that the Rockets require more than VanVleet to succeed, and if he fails to return to form, management will have an established rationale for their decisions. The NBA Draft Combine serves as a crucial physical assessment for prospects, offering teams a snapshot of athletic potential ahead of the draft. While some players make significant impacts, others show underwhelming results in key physical metrics, sometimes leading to questions about their draft stock. Analysis of various NBA stars reveals a mixed picture. For instance, Kevin Durant, a multiple-time champion and MVP, famously struggled at the 2007 Combine, failing to bench press 185 pounds. Despite this, Durant emphasized that basketball skills supersedes gym metrics, stating that his on-court ability was what mattered most. Other prospects displayed lower-than-anticipated physical traits. Statistics for some players highlight significant weaknesses, such as max vertical measurements falling in the 33rd percentile, a slow three-quarter sprint in the 5th percentile, or poor lane agility. Stephen Curry provides a compelling counterexample, demonstrating that poor combine performance does not predict long-term success. Despite a somewhat underwhelming showing, Curry evolved into one of the league's greatest shooters, achieving Hall of Fame status. Similarly, David West, who was hampered by perceived lack of size and athleticism at the Combine, built an impressive 15-season NBA career, winning 2 championships. Conversely, players like Kyle Korver, a high-volume three-point shooter, showed below-average athletic metrics at the Combine. However, his elite shooting talent ultimately propelled him to a 17-season NBA career and established him as an 8th all-time three-point scorer. Gordon Hayward also experienced a slight dip in draft stock due to poor lateral agility and vertical athleticism at the Combine, but his college dominance and NBA All-Star status proved his potential. In contrast, DeMarcus Cousins showcased exceptional dimensions at the Combine, with elite wingspan and standing reach. However, his poor vertical metrics and high body fat percentage initially raised concerns, though his on-court dominance as a versatile center eventually validated his physical profile before an injury derailed his prime. Ultimately, the draft combine is just one data point. The content suggests that while physical metrics matter, skill, toughness, and adaptability on the court are often the determining factors in a player's sustained NBA career. The Houston Rockets are at a pivotal juncture in their NBA offseason, seeking to upgrade their roster following a disappointing first season with Kevin Durant. With the organization weighing options regarding player departures, trade speculation has intensified around a potential blockbuster move targeting MVP candidate Jaylen Brown. Brown has delivered an exceptional season, averaging 28.7 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 5.1 assists per game on a strong 48-30-580 shooting split, finishing 6th in MVP voting and leading an undermanned Boston Celtics squad to the Eastern Conference 2nd seed despite the absence of Jason Tatum for much of the year. Trade rumors suggest that Brown's value is at an all-time high, and the Celtics clearly have a need for a more balanced rotation. The Celtics may be willing to part ways with the 29-year-old to secure immediate and future improvements. While the Rockets may not have a single player that perfectly satisfies Boston's needs, a mock trade scenario has been proposed that could entice Celtics president of basketball operations Brad Stevens. In this hypothetical deal, the Boston Celtics would receive Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2027 first-round pick via Phoenix, a 2028 first-round pick, and a 2026 second-round pick. In exchange, the Rockets would save just over $4 million and acquire assets that address their roster deficiencies. This move would allow the Rockets to retain Jaylen Brown, who has proven his ability to lead a rotation effectively. Conversely, the Celtics would acquire an elite scoring threat in Durant, a versatile 3-and-D veteran in Finney-Smith, and significant draft capital, including a valuable 2027 first-round pick. The deal represents a significant exchange of talent and future assets in the competitive landscape of the NBA.